It's only you.
Angel may cry part 2.
It's only you.
Cry with a K.
It's only you.
Self-accountability.
It's only you.
Never really know me like you do, girl, yeah.
It's only you.
I wanna take you to a new world, yeah. Archangel Uriel, about no help. I guess this song is really about myself, yeah. Gotta switch your bitch right now. What's controlling this whole shit right now? The only one I need a left right now. You don't really wanna let the big fly down, oh yeah. Crossing all the waters over land, never landing. Yeah, don't follow water or you're gonna land in Atlantis. Yeah, you need to get off line because goddamn you too damaged. You know that I can fly to Parliament, go through transits. Yeah, I flew a lot, Parliament rising up to a new top. I be flying when I'm moving through the block. Give a fuck if the shit'll be cool or not. Matter of fact, if the shit'll be cool or hot. Gotta make sure it's warm in the room or spot. The way that these niggas making statements making me think that I be talking to the cops. By the way you be searching for information, making me think this is Scooby-Doo. All you niggas be out of the loop-de-loop. Think I really give a fuck what you would do? Bitch, I'm every star on a logo on the back of a Subaru, whipping the newest coupe. Man, it's like keep on going round and round, just like a hula hoop. Let's make a movie shoot about you. That really know me like you do, girl, yeah. I wanna take you to a new world, yeah. Archangel Uriel, about no help. I guess this song is really about myself, yeah. And myself, I am fully submerged, yeah. But my ego, it wouldn't emerge, yeah. With desires, I would do a purge, yeah. A real street nigga that could be a nerd. I was full of the nerve to think I could be a teacher. An Aries, you know I'ma be a leader. 8 degrees in Terry's moon. Leo ascendant could be a diva. On a dragon by glasses, I be the meter. Power level so high, I can be the freezer. Scary shit in the sky like I'm Jeepers Creeper. Got your girl on my side cause it's cheap to keep her. I be changing the vibe cause you demons eager to mess up the party, yo. Talking all that bullshit in my earlobes, make me turn off the audio. Jolo the Parliament, Archangel Uriel, he know what gotta know. You need to go to Esoteric Planet Fitness, do you some spiritual cardio. Yeah, I'm the great dragon, all you niggas out here straight capping. Yo, bitches look like waste baskets, clean you niggas up with 8 napkins. In a village, throw you in the river like it's Lake Placid. Got you somewhere lost in New York City with a straight jacket. Ain't that him? That really know me like you do, girl, yeah. I wanna take you to a new world, yeah. Archangel Uriel, about no help. I guess this song is really about myself, yeah.
It's only you. It's only you. It's only you.
see what I've done or what I did. It's been my whole dream since I was a kid. Be yourself like the OG said. Get out the hood and chase some bread. When you cross the line, make sure you use your head. Watch me just so easily, like a Gemini. I know the recipe. Chillin' like a villain, say it with my chest. Like oh shit, I gotta get used to the shit. A wise man knows what's understood doesn't need to be said. No shortcuts, rather take the long way. Taking risks, experience the whole journey. For those who think I don't see, I see. Whether I have the glasses on or off, I can sense energy from the enemy. Either way, it's the same song, different melody. Watch me adjust so easily, like a Gemini. I know the recipe. Chillin' like a villain, say it with my chest. Like oh shit, I gotta get used to the shit. I think it's gonna be a classic. I think it's gonna be a classic.
Looking for confirmations, found God in the conversation with self. All these lessons helping these observations I'm dealt. Found my life mission, just gotta play it in stealth. I told them keep the homage, they gotta pay me in wealth. Lost my mom's a cancer, that's why I don't play with my health. She would take it in stride if she ain't take nothing else. Pops was a cancer, loved any way he could help. Crazy how I'm just like both of them. Tried to slime me out, I got like Casper and ghosted them. Tried to undermine me, don't remind me I'm over them. Left me with some grimy memories, but I cope with them. Silence is golden, yeah. I don't even wanna bring them up, I'm too high for it. I just know for them to look true, they would lie for it. Wanna live that life so bad, they would die for it. Stressing is expensive, so I don't spend no time on it. I've been focused, ain't no flow, been the golden child. No funeral, just get me to the earth and I'll go in style. Niggas wanna politic, I can't be no Colin Powell. I don't never follow shit, rebel is my only vow. Stolen styles, fraud minds, but I kept quiet about it. If you state the facts, they're reacting and try and doubt it. If you try attack, bet the brothers are riot about it. Elephant in the room and they wanna hide around it. I don't even wanna assume, is you really you not? Cause rock bottom, you get stone cold, you still hit the top. They like flow, always working well, I'm still on the clock. No, they want the ignorance, don't care if the lyrics is hot. But I still talk like a spokesperson for greatness. How you out here lost, soul searching and faking. End up out the source with no purpose and basic. Changing up the basis every time that the bass hit. It gets scary, baby, guess you ain't seen Thriller. Infinity gang never fades, see the bigger picture. I'm a manifester, vibe investor, a dream lover. Just rolling while I get a peace report from the peace dealer.
Told Young Flow like, yo, can't nobody step to you when you come from the soul. When you take the beat out, what the hell they even talk about? Money, cars, clothes, hoes, that's what they be all about. Money never made me, bet I made money with the spirit that they can't see. Something like a ghost, might as well call me Styles P. Star perfected, elements I bended. Heaven sent, spitting fire, throw rocks, get wetted. Never had it, no, I just went with the flow. Same flow took me places I never knew I could go. Now I'm rapping with Young Flow. Like, yo, just imagine if I listened when they told me I was foolish. Just imagine if I listened when they said I couldn't do this. Breaking bread, drinking with blood, hugging, kiss me like Judas. Could've remained clueless, but I hit the dash, dealing peace, shit's ludicrous. Bitch, watch what I do with this. Round eye, that. All that bullshit you been talking about, that. Hit us up, get hit back with the get back. And my cats don't miss, dog, you get that. When I come around that talk, that. All that bullshit you been talking about, that. Hear it on the track, you can bet that I meant that. Nigga try me, you can bet he regret that, bitch. Kicking the dough, fofo grip. I ain't talking about guns, but I got that switch. Say you got money, but you not that rich. Say you so ill, but you not that sick. Hot dogs I be killing, but I'm not Mike Vick. Cool cat chilling with a really big dick. Said she coming in, I'm like, underlay. You ain't talking money, then you gotta go that away. 2017, I was riding around Mandalay. Right before Paddock dropped 60 to suicide. I was riding past Crenshaw when Nip died. Posted a pic of Prince and wait on it next day. His body back up, getting zip tied. Say I ain't death in the flesh, then you just lied. Said I couldn't do this from the start, now I channel the divine. And they call me all the time, got money on my line like life goes, spit like codes. Like how he turn his dreams to reality like that with his eyes closed. Kill the whole game with a blindfold. No chains on my neck, still ice cold. No, way too much, so old. Still rocking out with the ones that I came with. Flying so high, zooming off in my spaceship, bitch.
I don't like niggas, you feel me?
agree with you.
I don't want to talk to niggas. These niggas be fake, they be corny, and I'm not into that, bro. Cause I'm really like that. Like, do some funny shit, I might just get at you. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't believe in your excellence. They saying Mitchell is really incredulous. I had to get rid of all them impediments. They was on extra shit. They wasn't nothing but excrements. Boy, ain't no time for no woe. It's me. If you know it's you and you owe with me. Cold as can be. Frost spitting little niggas gon' come with them heaters and triggers. Beating the nigga. Now he got bruises and scratches and bridges. Now he finna get hit with something relentless. And this shit paving the way for the trenches. Now I gotta get away from that life and make way for a living. I'm showing love to the people that's hating on me but be praising the nigga. I dreaded the ops, it was never the ops, it was really the cops that was playing with niggas. You know who really got ops in the field, whoever making a killing. And you know who really got options for real, and that's whoever making a million. A prince got his principles, but it's the king who gon' have to go make him a thriller. Nigga.
Everybody has a natural gift, but then you go outside and you get influenced and you feel pressure from what's going on outside. And so, you know, I read one time, like, would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world?
When I come around, that. All that bullshit you been talking about, that. Hit us up, get hit back with the get back. And my cats don't miss, dog, you get that. When I come around that talk, that. All that bullshit you been talking about, that. Hear it on the track, you can bet that I meant that. Nigga try me, you can bet he regret that, bitch. Okay. Foolish babble. 3. Look, they ask me why I do this. Bitch, I'm stupid. 30 years old, rapping like I'm about to do shit. Reppin' NJ, I'm chillin' in LV. Pardon me, I don't really give a flying Massachusetts. Yeah, so now I got that out of the way. I'm thinking about some extra stupid, silly shit I can say. Like, I'm the best, fuck the rest. Kinda like Kevin Hart, how I say it with my chest. Cut the check. I rock a MAGA hat, but no, this ain't a MAGA rap. Kill a politician, murk him with a battle axe. The day I ever trust the government with myself will be the day I believe that Epstein killed himself. Get it? Before you say it's a conspiracy, they made you get a passport, then they stripped your speech. Made you black and screen, you was marching on them streets. Then they took your money, copped some cribs with it, say la vie. Ay, this life really ain't what it seems. People really think they Dr. King behind computer screens. You hollered out Breonna Taylor, now her mama wondering where that money went. See you later. They said Black Lives Matter, that's no debate. Then told those same black people stop Asian hate. Gave them a crime bill, then you prayed for Ukraine. Now you thinking that I'm crazy, you must be insane. People still chasing clout, hungry for the fame. If it ain't cool to tell the truth, I'd rather be a lame. Bet they staged them shootings and you may never really know. Fuck gun control, I shoot bullets with my soul. How you real but you spitting fake raps, and your biddy with me kinda like Diddy, how she take that? Take that, yeah I said it, take that. Y'all compliant sheep walking around wearing face masks. Bitch. I'm an asshole and a dick, and my mama taught me better, but I'll never give a shit. Rep the third sign from the Gemini click. Cross the line and I'll summon angels on you real quick, bitch.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your new moon in Leo ceremony. Welcome to the golden debut. If you're not a fixed sign, this is gonna hit a little intense for you. So if you're a Leo, if you're an Aquarius, if you were born Scorpio season, um, if you were born even Taurus season, you're used to people just hating on you intensely. Like Scorpio, Leo, that's like every day. Like people have so many reasons to hate on any Scorpio, some warranted. And Leo, people just be throwing mad shade at Leo, and they will tell you this in the chart. Everyone feels hate, right? But you haven't felt fixed sign hate. You haven't been a Leo, a celebrity or a star, just having a whole fucking like media rollout shitting on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like some of you aren't Scorpios who were born and molded in hate and just from receiving shade and hate from people. So you're gonna understand what it's like. Like there's the Aquarius version. People be hating on Aquarius, but Aquarius just looks down on the rest of us like you're mortals. You don't know anything. So it's not the same for them. They're gonna act like they get hated on. They're alien. It's not the same. It's not like Leo. It's not like Scorpio, which sometimes y'all can get hate for no reason, right? And like Aries gets hate. Aries is probably rolling their eyes. Like Aries knows what it's like to be hated, but Aries, you got hands. So like you're willing to fight. That's why you're the warrior. All right, we talking about the royals here, the ones on the fixed thrones. All right, there's mutable sign hate. Like if you hate on mutable signs, most mutable signs will just shift the perception on you, and now we got you hating. Like some of y'all love to hate it, so it's just not the same. Like, have you ever tried to hate on a Sagittarius? They'll fuck you up so fast. Gemini will annoy you, and Virgo will criticize you. You just stop trying. You know what I mean? It's not really as fun to hate on us, even though you will. In cardinal signs, no one really wants smoke with cardinals. I've never really seen people trying to pick on Capricorn. You notice that? I never really seen people trying to hate on Capricorn. They be paying for murders. And I've never really, no one wants to get beat up by Aries. And Libra is too nice with it. You don't really hear that much bad stuff. You hear bad stuff about Libra. But like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And Cancer, Cancer has the highest percentage of crimes, murders by passion. So like you really don't want to fuck with it. So that just leaves the fixed signs for you to be energy vampires on. And I'm not gonna say that fixed signs don't do things or don't have certain qualities that attract hate, but y'all be hating on them regardless. Y'all really do be hating on them. And I can understand that it's the fixed sign of having. So you either have what they got or you don't. And like they're royalty. So they be flexing. Like cardinal signs flex, but like fixed signs be flexing hard. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, look at this shit. I have this shit. All of them. Taurus be flexing their money. I have this land. Leo be flexing their fucking popularity. The Scorpio be flexing their fucking Scorpio and Leo be having flex offs. Like they're the only two who be periodically flexing back and forth. And then Aquarius is like the high nobility of flexing. Like, I own all of you. I know this. I know that. That's how Aquarius flexes. I know this. I know this. I have this knowledge. I have this knowledge. And then Scorpio be pulling out I have this rare collection. I have this rare collection. You don't have this rare collection. This is like a 1 in 3. And then Leo just has to flex because they can't be outdone by the other royals. Oh, I got the hottest shit here. Well, I got the hottest shit here. We have to give it to Leo because they're the lead role character. And then Taurus is going to bring their rolly like, I have this money. I have this valuable. I have this valuable. And like, see, you don't understand. They're constantly flexing on each other. They are constantly flexing on each other. And if you can't take the heat, some people can't take the heat. And then you be thinking Leo is more narcissist than they are when they're awesome. And they're going to show you that they're fucking awesome. And you're going to think that Aquarius is more condescending and elitist than they are when they're elite. Like they know some shit. And you're going to think Scorpio and Taurus are stubborn when they are stubborn, but they're with that. They're with the shits. They got it like that. They got it like that. So this isn't going anywhere. I just wanted to, if you're not used to this, welcome to the age of Aquarius. If you're not used to this, it's gonna get more intense. If you're not ready to flex what you got, you kind of have to be like Leo and Taurus moving forward. You have to stand on your 1 and 2. Actually, that video you showed me, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, but it was amazing. It does encapsulate it. Like, and he got the receipts too. He got the fucking receipts too. He started doing the back, like, remember when I told you motherfuckers this and you called me crazy? Well, I just been fucking telling you what's up. I'm not gonna lie, I have to give that credit. Like, it is what you kind of have to be like that, guys. Like, you have to be extra as fuck with it. And you have to be stubborn as fuck with it. This is if you don't do it, who else is gonna do this for you? So fully prepare haters to hate. And what you have to Leo understands this. Scorpio, I think, no. Leo, I think, secretly loves it. And then Scorpio definitely understands it. But you have to give your haters something to believe in. Some of you are not accepting that some people hate watch the fuck out of you. I know it's weird to kind of accept. I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't even know some people have like hate vision boards. I had no idea. They put on in their vision board their desire to see you fail. And they're just like, oh, like they're like, some of you haven't accepted that they're people. The reason why we have to speak on this is Pluto is the final boss. This is the final boss. All right. This is weird ops. Okay. Like, this is an intensity of hatred that can go beyond the physical, that it's not going to make sense to you. You feel me? Like some people hate watch the crap out of you, and you are giving certain people, you know what I mean, something to believe in. Some people wake up out of sleep and the first thing they do is hate on you. I don't know what effect you have on these beings. Okay, but from awake to sleep, they're going to have you on their mind. I swear to God, they're going to have you in their mind and be mad tight. Let me go look at what is this motherfucker doing. Yeah, fuck you. You have to have some strong hold on these. There's nothing rational about this. There's nothing rational about this at all. And like, I don't know what it is you're doing. You might not, some of you be feeling it, but it's like you are only aware of their presence because of that. Like you wouldn't even have known they exist otherwise. And now one of the principles here as your debut is whether or not you've accepted that you are a star in certain people's lives, or you are a character or a role in certain people's lives just by breathing. Pisces feels all that shit. Facts. Whether you've accepted that or not, you have to now be more aware of the fact that, especially in terms of psychic beef and conflict established through one's psyche and feelings and thoughts, and in quantum entanglement, having you tap into a non-linear sense of feelings, like connecting and responding to thoughts that were thought days ago, or haven't even been thought yet, or you're picking up real time. That is kind of, it's not something that could be readily just put in this box or this box of understanding. But anyway, the psychic beef, right? Or evidence through your physical interpersonal relations you are going to be experiencing people wanting to create war with you just to kind of like, in some cases, play the victim. There's a way it was said. Some people will try and uh create war with you just to create peace right after. I'm not saying it right, but you have to be prepared for certain people directly antagonizing you. This final boss series, by the way. So we started with the Pluto opposition. The next course on the final boss is Kronos again, and now this time Poseidon. All right, normally this was the last phase, but now the final boss has now kind of, which began in Capricorn, has progressed through Aquarius, and now we're at the final phase. So you could look at this as three different phases of this final boss battle. The first phase was 2018 and 2020. The second phase was 2021 to 2023, and now this next phase is 2023 to, of course, 2025. All right. So from Leo to Virgo, now this is also interesting because we're experiencing these boss battles at the point of social integration. So we're going to be aware of it in these events and themes that involve us having to take who we are individually and basically dealing with other people, integrating our personality with other people, having to go through social issues and themes that will involve, you guessed it, other people. And so what we're opposing are these collective ideologies and narratives, how you in social environments have to combat fake ass, false ass narratives that don't align with your beliefs and what's true, that's being force fed against you, that's being reinforced by peer pressure, psychological reinforcement of negativity. If you don't believe in an idea, well, we call you this label. So this is what you're going to be known as. That's that Pluto Aquarius battle. And it's a principle that's always existed. It's just really intense now. So this is the first sneak peek of it before we truly kick it in January, February 2025. Okay. So now I want to say this again. This is going to be cornier than you might think I could ever be. All right. Which means it's going to be super corny. So here's the thing. And I feel like Leos understand this principle. Virgos understand this principle. Everyone understands this principle. But if you are a social, if you're a soup, it's going to make a lot of sense. You're going to be dealing more with people who are entirely irrelevant to you, NPC head ass MFers. And I don't want to just call people NPCs. I think it's very derivative to just, label people NPCs, right? Anyway, stupid NPCs are going to be trying you. Okay. And here's the thing. You're going to have to deal with this psychological facet of people who are beefing with you, people, frequencies, vibes that want to get your attention. All right. This is actually verbatim what you see on social media comments in real life with paparazzi. We're going to use the archetype of the Leo lead role star, the celebrity, right? What do you see on certain comments, right? If some celebrity, if Kylie Jenner posts a pic, everyone's going to be commenting, "We love you, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, slay. Oh, she's so hot, blah, blah, blah." But what is it that you notice? Certain people are going to say some foul shit. Oh, that's why you're fake. Oh, that's why this is this. Oh, why that's that. And what do you notice in some cases? That celebrity will ignore or show love to everyone who did, but they go write the paragraph to the person who said, "Oh, that's why you're fake," or they're going to say something, or they're going to delete the comment. Some people don't fall for that, right? But that principle there, where that person was irrelevant, right? Oh yeah, no, definitely. I just wanted to use her as an example though, especially if maybe someone was saying something seemingly damaging against her brand that's probably fake, and then maybe she has to address that. Like, no, that's not true, or delete the comment, right? But the reason why it's important is that comment, that attack was actually entirely irrelevant, even if it was gaining, some kind of traction, until you put your light on that. And now by addressing, I'm not saying that you shouldn't address it. Hey, sometimes things might need to be addressed, but I want to show you how by addressing it, you now, like, imagine if you were the main character of a movie, of a show, and now you are taking your attention and you have now given that spotlight to that person who said that. Of course, the way you do that after will influence whatever, but I just wanted to share that principle with you. All right. It's something you already know, right? But you are going to be pulled upon to give relevance to straight mediocrity. And this is the whole facet of the strength card: conquering your lust, conquering your passion, and not fighting hate with hate, where some people do slip and they go off and write paragraphs against hater comments. And now that hater's intention, they probably didn't even mean what they were saying. Now you've made them the happiest person ever. Like, oh, I got noticed. I knew if I said something to trigger that person, they would respond. And the reason why I'm using this as an example is that's going to primarily be the basis for 99% of the psychic attack that you will be experiencing, most of which is to psychologically disposition the balance of your psyche so that you give in to paranoia or you kind of give into unnecessary anger, almost as if to knock you off balance of focus. All right. Ignoring is always the best, right? And when I'm saying ignoring, this is going to also be experienced as ignoring, the thoughts in your own brain, ignoring the subconscious reflections or responses to certain unconscious facets within you that we may sometimes project or reflect through other people and circumstances and scenarios. So whether you want to see this as psychic attack, whether you want to see this as like, internal alignment with your thoughts and emotions, the first step, of course, is there's the facet of ignoring it and not letting it get to you, right? But the step further we want to take here is you're going to be so much more aware of the intention behind that and what it's trying to draw out of you. So the activation of Leo, the lion, right? A king, a queen does not suffer the opinion of sheep. All right. That being said, I'm not really saying that you should just ignore it and not like respond, because some of you have Aries at power and you're going to smack someone up across side the face, or you're going to tell someone to shut the fuck up, bitch. And we are not telling you not to do that. I'm just saying, if that's just how it comes off naturally, that could have been your line in that given moment. If that's how it comes off authentically, if that's how it comes off naturally, then you probably have to do that. But we're saying to the extent where it's now forced, right? Just choose your battles wisely. To the extent where now you are almost being triggered to react and respond to everything. Okay. This is where, now that we've debuted, Leo wants you to activate your royalty. Of course, if you're a Taurus rising, this is going to be in your fourth house. If you're a Sag rising, this facet of your heart socially is what you show to society as a universal, as a collective. If you're a Leo, you embody this as a king or queen of awesome. So yeah, this is going to be fun as fuck, guys, because not only are we activating this is the first time in pretty much so many perspective cycles that collectively, as a whole universe, as a whole collective, we can experience the blossoming of superpowers. Okay, so there's superpowers and there's being a soup. Okay, You have people who are at the level of this superhuman consciousness. So we can call them soups. They're Leos, Virgos, Libras, Scorpios, right? And then you have superpowers. So you don't have to be a soup to experience a superpower. Maybe you might be someone developing at the human level, but you still have access uh, to express or experience, said quality. You might be one of the gods, Sag, Cap, Aqua, Pisces, but you still operate with or do certain things at that superhuman level or have this running with superpower. So the reason why I wanted to say that is everyone, regardless of if they're a super or not, are experiencing this quality. And some of you who are at that level, you embody this. So unlike other people who are going to experience it, and it might just be like a coincidence to them, this is going to really increase more of what you can do. It's collectively awakening and bringing it up. Adriana, I think you're an Aries though. So Aries, y'all are different. Aries is a reactive fire that's like a lighter. So you guys can't not react. You're the only one sign where it's like you guys do have to work on it, but like y'all can't react. I've never seen like it's impossible. Like before, the Aries is the only fire sign like this as well. Leo comes after Gemini. Sagittarius opposes Gemini. Aries is that instinctual quality. So that's the one sign I'll always give a pass, because before you can even think, before you can think about how to rationally approach the situation, Aries has already done it. Like it's the instinctual part within you. And I want to show you an application of this. We're going to show you a Leo situation on stage. I'm going to use one of the Fly's Aries moons. All right, her moon is in Aries, and I need you to see how Aries is reactive and instinctual. I used to think it's something you can control and it's something you can hold back, but it is literally the instinctual part of you that reacts before you can think about what to do. All right, but you have to see this. Because it's some of the most gangster shit I've ever seen in my whole life. But it encapsulates what it means to have Aries. Okay. All right. Listen. I swear to God, I'm not trying to joke here. I'm going to do a classic astrological breakdown like you've never seen. Okay. I think it's important that you see this. Okay. So what I'm about to show you guys is a popular queen here, a lady who has her sun in Libra and her moon in Aries. Okay. A lot of people don't know about moon in Aries. Moon in Aries are steppers. All right. If you have a moon in Aries inside, they're a fucking warrior. And people don't understand that about them. When it's the core of authenticity. Kamala Harris has this too. So I'm not trying to say this is for better or for worse. I'm just giving you an objective view of the power, just so you don't think I'm biased or anything. So Moon and Aries really don't play like that though. So like Libra Sun is classy. Libra Sun is the opposite of this. They're going to speak expeditiously, have a good vocabulary. They are the necessary polarity so that we can conduct ourselves, right? But the Aries moon or Aries in general represents the rawness. Before we polish and have social conscientiousness of, okay, I have to be careful of this, Aries is fully singular, and you're not going to play with Aries. Fire signs are also weak against water, so they get very instinctually reactive. So I want you to see what the Aries moon looks like. You're going to see the Libra sun, and you're going to see the Aries just instinctually come out before she can even think about what she's doing. All right. Some of the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Look at this. Look at this. Straight up. Now, listen, we want to look at the form. We want to look at the form and the finesse. We're going to run this back once again. Look at this. Boom. Beautiful form. Beautiful form. Now, what we want to look at first is Leo. She's on stage. So the whole concept of people in the audience fucking with you, this happened while Pluto was in Aquarius. Okay. She said in an interview, she didn't even think about it. When I saw this video, my respect for Cardi B skyrocketed completely. And I'm the type of person who, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman, I'm all about controlling your emotions. Like I abhor seeing people get violent and, like, you know what I'm saying, fight. But when I saw her do this, my respect instantly skyrocketed. I saw this, like, she's really like that. I saw a glimpse of it against Nikki and her throwing the shoe, and I get it. Once again, Aries moon. But when I seen this, I was like, she's really like that. Now we want to look at the form here. All right. You can see the Libra in the dress. So she's putting that shit on right now, but she has the Aries moon. You're not going to fuck with her. Look. Boom. Now we want to once again examine the form. This woman did nothing wrong, but we want to see how the fire, once the water hit it, the fire, it was super effective against the fire, instinctually reacted like every Aries. Bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? And we want to look at the form. She has to be at least 5 feet away. 5 feet away. Look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, boom. Look at that flawless form. I don't know about you, but if I got splashed with water, I need to first look at where it came from. Then I need to aim, because there's other people in the crowd, so that I don't hit the wrong person with the microphone, which is going to require aiming the microphone and, of course, getting it right. You know what I'm saying? All with which requires at least 5 to 10 seconds. Cardi B did it in 2 seconds. She has superpowers. I think you just witnessed superpowers. This is what I'm trying to say. Libra is a super. This is not just someone getting thrown with she had no time to react. That was a literal 1.5 second reaction time with flawless precision that hit its target. Cardi B, you're not slick. You're some kind of superhero. She is not slick. Have you ever seen Mr. and Mrs. Smith and, like, he drops the glass and she accidentally catches it? This is what just happened right here. Cardi B got caught slipping and she showed her superpowers. I don't think you understand that auto aim at a distance like that. Mind you, she was performing on stage. So she had the wherewithal to get her in 2 seconds. When I tell you my respect for her, Scott, I've never seen anything like that ever in my fucking life. The breakdown is wild. I swear to God. I was literally dying because she hit her target. That lady has to be the luckiest woman ever. She just got hit with Cardi B's power and energy. So she probably got the I know that sounds weird, but I'm pretty sure she walked away from that like, oh, I've been blessed. I just got baptized by Cardi B. Look at this. 1, 2, boom.
Ooh, yeah. There you
See? Now what we want to see is now the Aries moon come out. Yeah, bitch, what's up? That you have to understand. I've never met a Libra woman who's not classy. And I like how in the dress she can still maintain the class, but the Aries came out. This is pure instincts. That's why I was saying, I'm not saying that you don't always have to stoop down to their level, but sometimes you're just gonna feel like that's what you have to do. And we want to once again review the form. Look at the Aries moon come out.
There you go.
Yeah, what's
You see
up,
Cardi B
bitch?
then fling her. Ooh, yeah. There you go.
See, that was pure instinct. That was pure instinct. I want you to see the fire. Yeah. Like that's an element. That's an element. Yes, Cardi B is classy. She has the Libra side. She be showing the Aries. That's why people like her. That's why people kind of like Sexy Red. Sexy Red is also an Aries sun. It's the authenticity. It's what's behind the social mask. But like she got the Libra side to her. She got the Libra part to her. She can balance both. All right. And I wanted to really just use that as an example just to show that y'all are really out here with superpowers. Look, if you did not see that clip and you did not see flawless precision, her superpowers leak. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like she got caught off guard. Autobot, auto aim, aimbot, boom. And like she got caught slipping a little bit. And see, you can definitely get caught slipping. Not like that though. She didn't do anything wrong, but you can get caught slipping if you allow people to pull on your energy and just completely try and play you and try and dictate how it is you're going to share the main character energy. All right, your main character energy. Okay. So, and I really they use Aries to come at the children. If you think Lil Nas X, if you think Sexy Red, they take advantage of these people when they're young and are alone so that they can use them to promote whatever messages. So I'm not trying to necessarily say that these people are even as bad as people are saying, but the reason why I like what Aries represents is because Aries is going to push that limit to what is raw, what is too dirty, what is too whatever, what is too savage. And it brings up that polarization of people who are anti that or people who are for that. And I just like to see how that kind of creates its own sense of chaos. But I don't like to see how it's very exploited. And that's what a lot of this, war is for. How we identify ourselves. And I'm glad I showed you that clip because Cardi B on stage is you debuting Leo. This is the performer on stage. But when Pluto's in Aquarius and now that opposition between you and your audience is more intense, how much more do you use that Glock 9000 and just, wham? Would you shoot some of the audience members if it meant, protecting your life? But, other than that, that's really a main principle in activating this that I wanted to share. We have Mars and Jupiter that's sextiling this, and then Venus is forming this yod lightly. I think Amy wanted me to touch on this. So we can definitely talk about that because this yod right here is going to be very relevant as Mercury comes back to form it. And then the sun will eventually come through here. So this yod is definitely one of the most important facets of not just this new moon, but this Leo season. Mercury at current is station. Okay, so Mercury from tomorrow, it's interesting how we got to the new moon, and when we're activating the new moon, now Mercury is ready to retrograde. So there's so much stuff that I want to really kind of push forward because I've been talking about your superpowers are awakening, your supernatural abilities are awakening, and they have been. But this represents a very crucial turning point that will really now express more so of you actively experiencing your abilities, you actively integrating them. Donald Trump and Drake, Aubrey Graham both have 29-degree Leo risings. So you could expect for them to debut throughout the rest of August and September, which should be very interesting. But and any one of you Leo risings, anyone who has a Leo rising, anyone in pop culture, anyone in politics, look at them very closely, or just stay tuned, because they're lead role characters. So the next season of their narrative is rolling out. And the whole thing with Leo risings is it's a whole new season in their character arc where they have to deal with all their ops. I mean, it was set up the last couple of years, and then Saturn and Virgo rising too. Like, you got Neptune and Saturn here. So that's why this is the golden debut. Like, everything the past few months was just kind of setting up conflicts and setting up the plot. This is where the plot's going to be plotting, guys. And it's important to understand that this activation with the sun and moon is a lunar cycle that is going to completely activate talents through your heart. You're going to be directly experiencing it. So we activated this cycle to activate energy, by the way. So we activated the new moon in Aquarius, the knowledge, then the new moon in Taurus, the natural energy, the value. And so this is the first time we're really harvesting it and presenting it. Your mind in Aquarius, your body. Now we're actually passionately presenting it. All right, before we transform it in Scorpio. So this energy activation is not only going to increase your natural quality and physiological ability to physically and tangibly harness more of this energy and come into the effects of such. Now Mercury is reevaluating how to process it. So we've reached Mercury, and that's the best part. Like, you could never prepare for this. That's why this has been very difficult for some of you. It's kind of, this is the full card energy. It goes against the conventional traditional ways of especially having to work hard in ways that are forced when your entire life has been the hard work you've done. It's transcending more the view of this. Your conscientious will to live is what's driving you to each moment. You're uplifting out of society's expectations. That's why we're socially distancing. That's why we don't have any social power or energy. And that's why we even have the South Node in Libra, because we're getting ready to lead a whole new type of society, which of course happens cyclically. So this Mercury retrograde is going to be very insightful, because up until this point, you've awakened new supernatural powers. And this Mercury retrograde in Virgo of analysis is getting ready to tie your brain processing ability to actually process and analyze how it is you have evolved, how it is you are harvesting this supernatural energy of the force. And that's by you directly experiencing it. You've been experiencing it. The quality of the synchronicities over the past couple of days have been exponentially more powerful, and the best is yet to come. So that's the first thing to keep in mind, because immediately tomorrow, as soon as the moon goes into Virgo, boom, this moon, Virgo, and Mercury placement here is very important, because this is what's going to give a real tangible understanding, a real tangible, detailed, analytical understanding of the physical and metaphysical mechanics around how it is you are activating, using, and experiencing supernatural abilities. The moon in Virgo is helping you understand how to now create behavioral patterns and routines off of this. So if we look at 29 degrees Pisces, 0 degrees Aquarius, which is 29 degrees Capricorn, and then Venus, that's 29 degrees Leo, this yod here represents the maximum crystallized point of perfection. If you think from 0 to 29 degrees, you can look at it like a volume knob. So 29 is going to be the maximum that it could express itself, which makes this representative of the end of each cycle. It's important to understand the nature of the yod. So you have 29 degrees Capricorn, which is the height of power, where we had the Sun Pluto conjunction This is the maximum level of integrity and organization in a collective universal action, representing all of that material, physical totality of one's universe, of one's world. Then you have 29 degrees Pisces, which is the maximum level of imagination, of possibility, if there even is one that exists, relative to all possibilities that can stem from that action based on this knowledge that now we know relative to what's real and physical about it. Okay, but we have the cardinal action, we have the mutable perspective. So the nature of the yod is a fixed yod. Fixed yods represent the focal point of the yod being strength. How strong is it? This is the best analogy I could give because there's 3 different types of yods. So if this is based on the passion of the strength, I'm pushing it down, right? The cardinality is going to represent the force of which I'm pushing it down. And the mutable imagination is, okay, if I push it down at this angle, it's going to go down like this. But if I push it down at this angle, right? So we're taking the force and the perception to focus on how strong am I putting it down. Horrible analogy, but it lets you understand that the focus here is the strengthened quality of energy. So the Neptune 29 degrees is offering a full depth of imagination to incorporate the perception around how it is you put that shit on and express it on stage. But now the 0 degree Aqua and 29 degree Capricorn is what force and power, because if I do it too forcefully, right, that's going to make it too spicy. But if I don't put enough integrity or organization around it, then it's not going to be spicy enough. So that's how the yods work. And the reason why that's key is what is happening at that 0 degree, 29 degree spot. We're having a Scorpio signature with this Pluto aspect. So not only is this a yod, but it's also at 0 degrees, completely transforming it, right? Okay, so that 0 degree transformation, which also applies at the yod, is the point of realization that's the most important part of this. The 0 degree Virgo part, where and in fact, every year where we have the Virgo to Aquarius is going to mark periods of time where we're updating our analysis that transforms everything we know. So basically, it's like a research development period. Over the next 20 years, you're awakening supernatural abilities. But if you're just awakening into the supernatural, you need experience, because your knowledge of you being able to fly is going to be really weird at first. How is it that I'm able to do this? And every year we're going to go through Virgo, gain analysis and data. And what is that analysis going to do? It's going to transform what we know. Okay, so it's not some woo-woo magic that's making me float. I'm somehow able to manipulate and isolate literally my own mass. So maybe gravity accelerates. It doesn't matter, because you're going to come into these details. But that's where, next year, Pluto's not going to be 0. Pluto's going to be probably 5. So then when we're 5 degrees Virgo, it's going to increase in potency and understanding. Boom. The amount of how much knowledge will change. And this is going to reflect in scientific discoveries. This is going to represent in narratives that we've kind of held for 2.5 centuries, which will begin to shift. As is clockwork. So true, just like clockwork. So this point is so key, because at the 0 degree, this is like a whole new era. This is the first time everyone's collectively understanding it, because of course we're all one part of the puzzle piece. So the Saturn Pisces lesson is, are you still giving into the division games? Because you're doomed if you are. We need to put our puzzle pieces together in order to move forward centrally, or the earth will just reset everyone with reversed poles and tsunamis and earthquakes. That's just an analogy, but it's to put out there that And I don't even say this in a kumbaya, let's get together way. I say it in a we don't have much time. We need to get our shit together way. We need to just squash the differences. I'm not even saying we have to stop hating each other. Maybe we should hate each other, but put that hate to the side right now. Cause we need to get to it's very real. Like I'm just in whatever perspective that you are. I don't believe I'm not gonna say we need to hate each other, but I'm saying like I don't want to make this between hate versus not hate. I'm saying none of that matters right now. Because if we don't, we're fine. All right. And despite that, so be mindful who is behind, what media, what machines are behind and invested in putting people against each other. It's not that these things happen by just one organization. Who is taking these ideas and pitting them against each other? Why? I'm not going to say it's all bad, but be mindful of that because you'll kind of get all the answers you need. So that 0 degree point is very important because Mercury was the first one to do that. Mercury was the first point. Your brain was the first point to begin to analyze this. As you can see at this 0 degree point, it was the first one at the yard. And the reason, and this was like the beginning of Leo season. So the reason why we have to factor this in is in order to understand Venus at the yard here, your brain has already kind of processed through enhanced synchronization how you're getting ready to harvest more of this dawn of supernatural potential. So Venus here is polishing and wrapping your heart around how to beautify what your brain is just now beginning to reevaluate. So everything up into this point from July 25th until now is you a very subtle click in your brain that's transforming what you know around what you've been told about the supernatural, what you've been experiencing about the supernatural. This period at a much more intense quality is not the first time it's ever happened, but go back to July 25th until now. Granted, you've probably experienced more than one thing directly that is okay. I was told this is not possible, but I just made it happen. If you've experienced that from July 25th, I want you to comment supernatural. Okay. If I was told that, you know, clairvoyance isn't real, but I just saw a vision and it happened. You know what I mean? I just had a dream of something that was going to happen. I was told I was delusional, but it happened. So it's not like some kind of scientist telling you, it's not some discovery. It's you. That's the whole point of this revolution. You are the revolution. Millions of people are going to document these weird occurrences that you've been experiencing your entire life. But now, in light of new technology, is the ability to speak more casually about, especially because most people have unlearned the bullshit that they've conditioned people in mass. A lot of people are waking the fuck up as they always have been. And like they're not content with what they're being told because you're not fucking it. You're not stupid. You're not idiots. All of you who are commenting supernatural, congratulations. This new moon in Leo represents the golden debut of a 20-year journey and period that's going to transform all of society, bring it into its advanced arc, where we will have more literature and conversation and knowledge around these abilities, quirks, and powers that we have always had. You are the one having it's not like somebody told you, hey, did you read that new report? They just found out supernatural abilities exist. No, you are having real life experiences that transform what you knew before because you're experiencing it. And Jupiter is in Gemini, expanding your vocabulary and your ability to communicate what the fuck is happening. And that's super badass. So Venus here, if you commented supernatural, your ability to now do this at will and to, in polishing this, bring more consistency is the entirety of the Venus and Virgo transit. That's actually the whole nature of what you're getting ready to perfect through this. Venus is going to polish up the receipts, be like, yep, receipts, receipts, receipts. Oh, we need to put these receipts in this pile. We need to put these receipts in this pile. Literally, beautifying it and showing you quite literally the harvest and the fruits of your labor, your beliefs with Pisces, and everything you've done to actually, put this there. All right. So, with that being said, that 29-degree yard is, because of the quality of it at 29 degrees, the final peak here of fully actualizing your talent. And why is that very important? By the time the sun goes through this yard, that's when you're going to be fully aware of it. So, right now, you're expressing this on stage, but you're so involved in your performance you may not even be aware that you're facilitating a lot of these strange occurrences, but you will be. And then you'll be aware of the analysis around how it's happening, while right now your brain is getting ready to reevaluate this. So we've just established that your brain and your heart have wrapped around just beginning to analyze how it is you're harvesting supernatural energy and power. And the most important part of that is tomorrow, where we're going to have the moon giving you a subconscious understanding and alignment, detailed analysis of your heart and brain's report. Okay. Your heart's getting ready to polish this, and your brain, now retrograding, is getting ready to reevaluate. Oh my. So that means today and tomorrow, your brain is getting ready to reevaluate. Oh my God, that was supernatural. Mind you, this has been happening since birth, but your subconscious, of course, is going to filter out so much that you consciously are aware of. So you're not necessarily realizing something you've done for the first time. You're going to, through the synchronization, be more aware of what you've been facilitating now that you have more knowledge of it. Okay. So your brain right now and over the next few hours is going to, at a much more really tangible level, in line with the causality, process what you've experienced and facilitated. Process how this actually kind of goes outside the realms of what is normal or possible. And this is going to begin your process of reevaluating how you change your behavior around it, which is fire. Okay, so the moon here is coming into this understanding, and not only is it coming into this understanding, you're manifesting this understanding. So now this Taurus signature here, as we get to 15 degrees Virgo and 15 degrees Leo, this is going to manifest this understanding of what energy you are actually activating. 0 to 90 degrees of this lunar cycle is activation into integration. And this is already going to kick off very naturally. Like it's all, especially if you're already feeling it, this is all happening right now. And the reason why this is really cool, first of all, there's the whole notion of people who are so desperately irritated or threatened by you, they, in order for them to feel better about themselves, they have to put you down. They have to, and they don't ever be talking to you. They always be performing to some crowd because that's who they gain their validation from. So they have to perform. You have people who are going to really say something to you, but they're really performing to their crowd, versus people who are saying it to you and only you. Okay, so you may have to deal with people who are so threatened by you. In order to feel better about themselves, they have to say something negative about you. They have to try and put you down. They have to like judge you in a certain way, which, if the judgment was based in reality and actually was constructive of criticism, could be moved forward with. But it's usually an ad hominem fallacy. It's usually a red herring. It's usually just a way to get their frustration out on you, which is what makes them a child, because only children who have such weak control over their emotions do that. So you're going to see people cope, and it's going to look very pathetic. Leo wants you to stand in your dignity. Remember what we did with the cosmic energy tune-up. Stand in your dignity, dig into your root chakra, and feel that authority. And give, you can give the Virgo side eye like pathetic and just keep moving forward, because you don't have time to suffer the opinion of sheep. Quite literally, the strengthening of your energy is what's going to produce this insane cognitive dissonance. And if you get too caught up trying to like lower yourself on their level, it's going to really get in the way of your debut, when they're only doing that because you showed up the way you showed up as, and they're weak. If they were strong, they wouldn't be threatened by your presence. Literally. So enjoy that, really. And here's the thing. I want you to look at this. Everything about the rollout of this debut is insane. Remember when I said on the full moon, the next 72 hours is going to be crazy? Remember the full moon Capricorn video where I was like, the next 72 hours is going to be crazy. And then the whole Mr. Beast, Ava Tyson situation came out. I'm going to say it again. The next 72 hours are going to be, I think, some of the craziest drama you've ever seen. But it looks like this drama is going to be on point, though. You're going to be riveting at the edge of your seats. And it's like a guilty pleasure. It's like, I know I shouldn't be enjoying this, but how dare they write this so good? And that's because Jupiter and Mars are back in the writing staff. They're on the right. Mars is on the writer's ass. It's like, you're not getting no breaks. We have to keep pumping this out. Mind you, there was the longest writer's strike for so long. I don't know what deal they did. The writers is back, boy, and you're gonna feel it. So I want you to see this right here. This is it. So from now, we just did the new moon right now. The activation of the new moon of 0 degrees is going to lead to this 30-degree Taurus signature manifestation. Okay. And that's what's going to be the happening. That's when the manifestation of this cycle is going to happen. So the activation cycle of 0 to 90 degrees happens in 3 stages. You have the activation 0 degrees to 30 degrees, Aries. You have the manifestation 30 degrees to 60 degrees. And then you have the initial blossoming and expression 60 to 90. Then we get to 90 to 180. That's integration. Integration comes at 3 stages: understanding in Cancer, expression in Leo, and then perfection and integration in Virgo. But we're going to talk about these first 3 activation. Right now, we're in the Aries phase of activation. The moon is still in Leo, okay? And you're activating this roar, bitch, because it has to be spicy. It's Leo. It's on stage. So, like, you're putting up, you're putting your sauce on it. And then Scorpio's more the sauce, but you're putting a little bit of your spice on it. And so once we get into Virgo, we're manifesting the understanding of how we harness this energy. You're activating the energy, and now you're manifesting it in real life. Let's take it deeper. The moon in Virgo is the real understanding. So it's the magic of making it real. This is going to understand how you're the real deal. Now let's take this even deeper. Mercury and Venus are getting ready to meet together. But the reason why this is very key is this is also the 15-degree sextile of Jupiter, and the moon 15 degrees Virgo is going to aid in your analytical understanding of how you're integrating this evolution of your mind state real time into your real world and behavior. So it's one thing to think, oh yeah, no, I should definitely communicate with so much more confidence. That's what we do. Yeah, I'm confident when I speak. The moon in Virgo is going to help you understand on stage how to project your voice more confidently. Yeah, that's how I feel. You know what I mean? You're going to really adjust this perception real time. But for that to happen while the sun is also opening the 60-degree door from Gemini to Leo is going to pronounce so much more boldness. It's going to feel like you've driven in Mario Kart on the booster. So this rollout is crazy. We're not skipping a beat. The moon is then going to go opposite Saturn, and this T square is going to make sure that the integrity of your beliefs align with how you're just evolving your habits to match your mindset. So everything that I just said in jargon here is a huge epiphany. Huge epiphany. Shit is just going to click into gear, kind of like you manifesting new supernatural abilities would feel. All right. So the energy is harnessing. And once we come into the moon in Virgo at this 15-degree point, fully expect more disillusionment through understanding real mechanics of metaphysical experiences. Cool. That's going to lead into the moon in Libra, where Venus, or the end of the moon in Virgo, opposite Neptune, further disillusionment, and Venus and Mercury passing the torch. All right. So Venus is getting ready to move forward, polish the rest of Virgo, while your brain is getting ready to meet with your consciousness and set up the full moon in Aquarius, ironically. So at this point, you're coming into increased analytical understanding of how you are quite literally manifesting your talents. That's actually a very important. You're activating these talents in the sense of a quality of passion and energy, especially if you woke up just feeling like who's ready to fuck with you. You woke up feeling like a savage lion, like, that's that new moon in Leo, and that means you've been chosen by the gods. If you woke up just feeling like you had a lion mane on, like, I dare someone to come in my job, you've probably been chosen by the lion gods. They have decided that you're ready for this debut. It is what it is. All right, it is what it is. So this is just really exciting because there's been a lot of, in order for you to like step into these abilities, if you didn't believe you can do it, you would just have dormant powers. So a major facet of this was collectively shifting belief, shifting understanding of what you work within yourself, so that you would even be open to these possibilities beyond what you currently think is possible. So now that you've done that and are continuing to, this really represents a turning point where you're really taking what's internal and expressing it external. A lot of the yin work we've done is getting ready to express itself in yang fashion. And that's what makes this fun. That's what makes this exciting. Yeah, you might have to fight agents who are gunning for your life, but you could just murk them and put them in a music video. Just add that fun to your life, even though your life may be at stake. And you might kind of inadvertently be involved in one of the greatest wars of all time. But don't worry about that. All right. Because once the moon in Virgo, if the new moon right now is activating the quality of energy, the moon in Virgo is you manifesting how to perform the talent. Like you're activating it now, and the moon in Virgo is going to literally help you understand how to master this real quick before you go through a Virgo season and be aware of this mastery, right? And then the moon in Libra, right, is what, now that you've understood how the details around this new talent and how to actually manifest it on stage, bridging what you believe about it to how you actually perform it, boom. Now Libra is going to balance it. All right. Libra is going to continue to now balance the understanding of activating the presentation of this. The best way I can kind of express that is how can I say that? It's like, right? I snap my fingers and now I have a cup of tea in my hand, right? And the moon in Virgo is helping me understand, okay, so when I snap my fingers very powerfully, I understand that the tea that I have in my hand is so much more potent versus if I just do a light snap, I just get a light part of tea. So the moon in Virgo is helping me understand how it is I can quickly master or understand what it is I'm doing. The fact that I snap my fingers and a cup of tea is in my hand. So now the moon is in Libra, and now it's the final stage of activation from the performer in Leo to now the artistry in Libra. Now that we've kind of gone through the Taurus signature and Virgo, we understood how we do this. The Gemini signature is of expression. Now in Libra, I'm going to the club and I'm just like, hey, what's up, baby? Want some tea? I heard you wanted some tea. Now I'm understanding the expression. Now we know how we do it. Now, okay, let me activate this practice of actually presenting this socially. Oh, you want some tea? Here you go. All right. I have to use the corniest example because for some of you it'll feel that way. And it's going to feel absurd and it's going to feel extreme, but you're going to make this mundane. What feels extreme to you in 2 weeks will be as normal as breathing, which speaks of rapid acceleration. So this unlocking with the South Node also ties in how you'll understand the personal mission you're going on to establish this, but what themes you're also departing from socially that may have been even popular 9 years ago. And of course, the opposition to Chiron that will help you overcome and harvest greater healing that every 28 days we unlock with the cycle. Now, that brings us to that 90 degrees. So everything up until the 12th of August is activation. Boom, at 90 degrees, we officially begin integration. So now that you've pretty much activated this cycle and talent, the moon in Scorpio is going to begin integrating the wisdom and deeper understanding of how to begin to transform through this intensification the quality of these talents. You've activated it. It's awesome. Well, what's the hidden secret behind it? What's the deeper wisdom to understand this courage that you're coming from? What are you willing to protect around it? And because of the opposition to Uranus at 27 degrees, in the reinforcement of through this integration, how this aligns with your beliefs, that through Virgo was the checkpoint of, okay, how are your beliefs even real? You're going to understand that. Now this is going to strengthen the intensity of how deeply you feel around it. But that Uranus opposition, 180 degrees of harvest, might I add you, is going to intensify how much more unconventionally you can physically feel this energy. All right. You can physically feel sharper effects of harnessing more energy, how much stronger you can deeply feel about this. And that the importance of this comfort zone integration is before we put the pedal to the metal and fully express this in Sagittarius, we need to understand what you're comfortable with, how deeply comfortable you are kind of adjusting. That's that point of integration, because then the moon's going to go in Sagittarius and then we go in full throttle. And now the moon in Sagittarius is just like in Virgo, changing your perception completely. And it's also opposing Jupiter. So now you have to account for this evolution of mindset into understanding and seeing the meaning of how much it's shifted, how the effect of how this added, enhanced mindset has you show up even greater, has you fully express this climax on stage. Okay. This is showing you the higher meaning of how awesome you are, quite literally. And most importantly, Mercury has made it back to this yod. All right. So this is your mind now revisiting what your heart is currently polishing. And you're coming into now more application of this analysis by revisiting the passion and the strength that you evoke the energy in the first place with. This will now bring in the understanding of organizing this integration. All right. The Capricorn that's going to drive forward how it is you manifest it and now direct how we integrate its use in your day to day, in your habits, connecting with Uranus, reinforcing these beliefs, and of course, the subsequent conjunction with Pluto that's going to awaken at a deeper level. We did this again last month, and it's going to go back into Capricorn after this month. But this is yet another dose of the activation cycle from Moon and Aqua before Harvest in Leo. All right, but this time we're on stage instead of coming out of Cancer season. And that's what's going to kick in this full moon. And with that full moon, we're going to have the Cazimi with Mercury and the Sun. So this is setting up a ridiculous epiphany. And the quality of this epiphany is definitely, obviously very important, because not only are we going to be applying this analytical perspective that we will move forward to be aware of 4 days from here, but it's shit's just going to be so clear, y'all. And now we're harvesting this maximum knowledge of our performance on stage, which helps us understand more how to really express ourselves to other people. Okay. So, yeah, that's what to expect over the next 2 years. Normally I would do some kind of ritual or intention, but we did that already, especially if you've done any ceremony with us since April. If you did the new moon Aries, if you did the new moon Taurus, if you did the new moon Gemini, and if you did the new moon Cancer, we've finished activating. We're integrating now. So basically, this is going to put you in a position to very, very powerfully begin to now work with what you've already activated. All right. And it's time for you to debut. It's time for you to show your stuff. It's time for you to show what you're made of. I have full confidence that you'll do an amazing job. Denise, thank you for joining our membership. You are most welcome. And yeah, what we can do right now is let's all set an intention, and we'll understand. It's something you know that within the next 2 weeks or even beyond 2 weeks, you're claiming. Let's all just claim, make as much wishes as you want. Let's do the wish pot. And as you set this intention, know that 300 plus other people are setting this intention. I want you to imagine a pot that you see in front of me, and you put your wish in a paper. You put the paper in, you put the paper in a pot. And after you make that wish, it could be as many wishes as you want, as many intentions as well. What is an intention for what new energy, what new passion, what new love? Some of you are going to really step into like new things you love to do. It's not even limited to just Leo season, but the quality of this is going to represent, in light of new technology, how you're developing your own sense of courage and passion. So yeah, once you do that, I want you to set the intention and wish that everyone else's wishes come true. I set the intention that everyone else's intention in this pot comes through. Now you just had your intention supercharged with 316 plus people. This is literally fail proof. It always gives results, and that's it. Now all you have to do is you can watch the law of assumption videos below. Just stay in that end state, live from the end, and perform it. Now this is where you perform it, but you've already gone through the past few new moons, so all you have to do is just get ready to harvest. This is the harvest season of integration and miracles. This is the integration and harvest of miracles. So really enjoy that moving forward. And action, be wary of people who want to vampire your energy and they know that they're not relevant. You have people who are not relevant, y'all. They're not relevant in your plot. And they know the only way that they'll be relevant is if they try and get your attention, if they're desperate for your attention. So just know it might be irritating, but they're going to be influences that want your attention. And the moment you give it to them, you're giving them something way more than they deserve. So just be mindful of that. Whether you want to bless them with that or not, move forward like the royalty you are. And you guys stay blessed as always.